You know, usually I don't pay a lot of attention to style or clothing, but what's important to me is that I feel comfortable in it and that it expresses me. I don't think I'm atypical, that I was influenced by something when I was coming of age, and it defined my approach to clothing through my whole life. And that was the movie Annie Hall. 1977, I was just graduating I was in graduate school, and here's Diane Keaton with her blousey shirts and her vests and her flowy skirts and her boots, and I was like, that's me, but I still wear clothes that look like that. She wore hats. She was just so interesting, unique and different, and I embraced that as my look. And I still kind of dress that way. The most amazing thing about clothing is that everybody can relate to it. We save clothes because they're all connected with memories, and it just transports us right back to a happier time, a time when something was very special. And there's something about the fact that you wore it, that it's not just something you looked at, but you actually lived in the clothes, and you can almost feel yourself being there in that earlier time. All right, well, I have a few groups of, but they're all pretty short, so short. The first group of clothing that comes immediately to mind were clothes that I sewed myself, which started in my 8th grade sewing class. And I don't think I saved anything from that class because that was kind of torturous. But the summer after that class, I kind of went nuts with, oh, I know how to do this now. So I'd go to the store and get the patterns and picked out the fabrics. And then I spent the summer on my mom's very old sewing machine sewing these on the ping pong table, measuring clothing and cutting and sewing it. So the two items I remember that I was so proud of was like a mini sundress with matching, it was blue, with matching printed, flower printed shorts, and with a little slits, you could like see the shorts. Wore that all the time, vacations, beach, everything. And then the other one that is even crazier when I look at it now is this very bright colored mini dress, which probably, I can't imagine how short that thing was. It didn't come with the shorts like the other one, but it was intended to be a mini dress, and this would have been about 1968, 67, 68. The next group that hangs in my memory are the group of clothes around getting married. Not just the wedding dress, also everything that was related to the rehearsal dinner, everything that was related to the shower, everything that was related to the parties, everything that was related to the honeymoon, because I was thin and felt loved, and it was just a very special time. I felt like I was so cool in those clothes I was wearing. And then the third group of clothing that is very special and I can never get rid of was my contra dancing clothes. Contra dancing is like square dancing, only it was kind of not the big skirts with the wide petticoats, but it was very sort of old hippie clothes, old folk music, folk dancing clothes. And it was all about how wide the skirt would go when you did a swing with your partner. That was the important thing. So it was all batik, Indian batik, clothes from Mexico, gauzy fabrics, and just kind of very flowy and really fun to wear, and you just felt so elegant. And I forgot to mention that my mom never saved anything, so I have nothing from my childhood. So that the clothes that I carried with me, the ones that I sewed myself, were the oldest clothes I have. Partly as a reaction to my not having anything from my childhood, we have saved everything. It's too much, but somehow my daughter picked up the idea that everything in her childhood is important, so every step of her life needs to be saved.